Hey, we're just doing a sound check here closely. Can anybody hear me? There's nobody on yet. Hello, Blast Boy 76. If anybody can hear me, okay, we got some people coming in. Alright, hi guys. It's been a while since we streamed last. It's been about a month. But anyway, we're back. It's been more than over a month since I played this. But the goal here is to try to complete Pokemon Gold. So in order to do this, I'll need some supplies for my final leg of the journey. What I could really use is a repel, some full restores and revives, and I think we'll be good. I guess Hyper Potion will be good too. Yeah, can you all hear me okay? Grant says the music's a little bit loud. We'll turn it down a little bit. There, how's that? I said, how's that? Bradley says, I'm here, fear little. Hello, Bradley. And recently I did a collaboration with Bradley on his channel where we discussed the characters you'd like to see in Super Smash. You should definitely check it out. Now let's see, one more thing I need here. You
yeah,
make
I still gotta watch that.
Yeah. Behind me eating dinner quietly is Sam.
Hello.
Grant says, don't fear the Creeper. That is an episode of Batman the Animated Series, and also Scooby-Doo. Okay, the last thing I need to do, I need to get Curse. If it's here. I believe it's in Celadon Mansion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, guys, I'm not getting a clear response. Can you guys hear us all right? Alright, is Curse in here?
I have a question.
Yeah?
Is the Sega Master System before Genesis?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes.
It's gonna build up. It is? Which one came first?
There's something called Sega SG-1, I believe. Very primitive. Then Master System, which is kind of like Sega's answer to the NES.
No, when did NES? Give me a timeline.
NES and Master System came out very close to each other.
Which one came first?
I believe... Well, NES is the Americanized version of the Famicom. They're saying speak up, Sam.
Which one came first in Japan?
I believe the Famicom came out before the Master System, if I'm not mistaken.
10 months?
I really don't know.
Which one has better, like, power?
I really don't know. I believe this freaky guy just gave me a curse.
Do you think NES games look better?
Well, NES games eventually were able to... Give me one moment. They were able to eventually look better. Oh, I need to wait till it's night in the game in order to get curse. Okay. Just give it a few minutes. Give it a few minutes. It'll be night in the game in 5 minutes. NES games eventually could look better than Master System. I would say so because NES games used expansion chips, which is how the graphics in Super Mario Brothers 3 and Mega Man 6 and Star Tropics and Kirby's Adventure were possible.
So is the Super Nintendo still inferior to Sega Gen? There was some good and pros and cons for each one.
There's pros and cons for each one.
So they're good rivals.
Yeah, they actually complement each other pretty well.
But then,
guys, I need curse for the final battle, and this guy gives me curse, but I'm wait. I have to wait until it's night in the game, so we're stalling a little bit before that.
I was just thinking why they for the GameCube, the Game Boy Color for like the graphics to be better.
What do you mean?
Well, you said yesterday that the Game Gear had all the colors, so I guess that they were like, well, it doesn't matter so much, so they can produce it and it's cheaper.
Sam, you're coming in a little soft. BlastBoy76, hello BlastBoy. BlastBoy76 says the Master System had a wider and an adapter that could produce FM sound. Alright, and that's comparing the Master System to the NES. Still got 2 more minutes left. 2, I mean, 3, 4. They're all the same number. Well, yeah, FM sound was a standard in the 80s. Watch out for my knee. Okay, so I'm going to use Curse in the final battle, which we get from the guy who tells the creepy story in Celadon Mansion. I need to fly to Johto, pick my Rhyhorn up from the daycare, which is silly to say, and he'll be an asset in the final battle. Then we'll make a journey to Mount Silver. I'll use Repel so that I don't really stall any longer. We've still got 2 more minutes left for it to be nightfall in the game. Because it's a day outside. It's really sunny outside in real life at the moment. So it's going to look pretty green in the game soon. Grant says, what's the worst Pink Floyd song / album while we wait? Huh.
Could you zoom in so it's easier to see it?
See what?
Just zoom like really hard. You know, use the zoom tool.
Okay.
And like, it would be super easy to see that.
Grant, off the top of my head, even though I love the Division Bell, I don't think Coming Back to Life is a very good song. I think that really... I don't think that had any place on the album. I know it was very personal to David Gilmour, but I just think it sounds really obnoxious, and I really tune that part of the album. As for their worst album, well, I really like Floyd, so it's hard for me to say that. I've never been too big on More, but More is not a very popular album, like, at all. but it's not bad by any means. I don't think they ever did a record that was flat out terrible. There's my 2 cents. When is it going to be nighttime already? Blast Boy 76 says the adapter for Master System had the Yamaha chip in it. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's nighttime in the game now. Because we're playing on Super Game Boy, the color palette's a little bit different from what it would be on a Game Boy Player or on a Game Boy Advance. Blast Boy, have I seen you somewhere before? You seem familiar. I'm really sorry if I'm forgetting things. I'm becoming a forgetful 20-something. Here we go. Let me recount a terrifying tale. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who was given a new bicycle. He wanted to try it right away. He was having so much fun that he didn't notice the sun had set. Riding home in the pitch black night, the bike suddenly slowed. The pedals became heavy, and when he stopped pedaling, the bike began slipping backwards. It was as if the bike was cursed and trying to drag him into oblivion. ... Shriek! The boy had been riding uphill on Cycling Road. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Uh-oh, it triggered my phone. Triggered. For listening so patiently, you can take this TM3, and this is Curse. Grant says, archive the dramatic beatnik reading you're doing.
So did the kid die? That sounded pretty messed up.
Man, that's pretty hardcore. I thought this game was rated E.
Are you gonna turn it off?
Who's messaging me? Oh, okay. Thanks for the hint, Blast Boy. Okay. Grant says, Sam, you listen to the artist Thundercat.
I'm aware of him. Isn't that like a producer, and then he has some songs with Kendrick Lamar or something like that? I think that's what he's talking about. Is there an album I should check out? Because I'm always down for some new music. I think that's what he's talking about. It's like some guy who just makes instrumentals and then he gets people to get on his album. Is like Dr. Dre. I don't know anything. I think he works with Kendrick Lamar. I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. He's not being that random.
Okay.
He's probably just bringing that up because I like the rippity rap. Alright, Drunk. Okay.
Grant says he did a fantastic album called Drunk.
I feel like I heard some of that, but I'll give it another shot. I'll add it to my phone right now.
Bradley called me a forgetful Freddy.
Ew.
Why are you saying ew? Grant wants me to archive the dramatic beatnik reading I'm doing. Grant, all my streams are archived except for that one that Jerk claimed for using the GameCube menu music. Which is a crime, apparently. So yeah. Archived. Even the forbidden one that had to be edited slightly because it used Beethoven music, I think. Alright, so now that I got Professor Oak's permission, I can go to Mount Silver. Alright. Grant said, dude, he might be the most impressive bass player alive or dead. Duff McKagan's pretty good, although he clearly lost his mind. Guy Pratt's an excellent bass player. Alright. Okay, now's the time to use my repels. Yeah, Grant. Guy Pratt. Obviously, I know him because he worked with Floyd. He's a session musician. He's pretty darn good. He knows how to put on a show. Grant says he can play bass like a guitar. Who can? Thundercat? Grant says Thundercat, yeah. Grant, my friends Nick and Michelle, they play guitar. They initially started with bass, and I mean, just because they both are guitars, that doesn't necessarily mean that if you're a bassist, you're a guitarist. But if you're pretty decent at bass, you can probably gradually transition into guitar. A lot of people tell me that I should probably pick up bass. And it's definitely something. It's not anywhere on top of my priority list, but it's probably number 17. Alright, I got to Mount Silver, and now next step is to pick up Rhyhorn from the daycare. There we go. And as much as it pains me to say this, it's time to say goodbye to Lapras, but first let me get the Quick Claw off of it. Unfortunately, Lapras is not too great for the final battle. It's just a little bit too slow. And now Lapras is gonna... I'll go to the box. It's made of cardboard. Bradley says, Kim is watching this and she is charmed by the fact that you have not Bills on your team. Alright, well, thank you, Kim, for watching via proxy. Grant says that he's on vacation this week and should be able to catch the streams. We are very busy with some things going on, which is why I have not been able to do this in a month. This is probably... this is like a... Would we say an interruption in that time, or what? Yeah. I might be able to do this again Sunday, but I have been meaning to get back into video production. I've been very neglectful of that. It is good to interact with you guys, though. But if I can do it, hopefully you can catch us. Yeah, Grant, part of the reason why I schedule these at these times is so you can make them, because you're always a big participant in my shenanigans, and it doesn't feel right when you're not here. Alright. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm just gonna get off for a minute. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's see, I missed something. Grant says, damn right. I read that as a soul brother. Alright, so for the moment, actually give me one moment here. So Rhyhorn is gonna learn Curse now. Curse and Earthquake. And Rollout. Those are important too. So let's see. Rhyhorn's trying to learn Curse. But Rhyhorn can't learn any more of the 4 moves. So, it should be forgotten. I guess Scary Face. Scary Face is stupid. I mean, could it be useful? Nah, I don't need it. Rhyhorn's gonna learn Earthquake. And Sam is just casually here playing Smash Brothers on his 3DS. Let's get that in there. I'll use Horn Drill as a last resort. Grant says, you're better at reading what I say with the intended inflections. Well, you see, Grant, I studied voiceover, and inflections are very important to voiceover. Because otherwise, you'll just talk like a robot. Otherwise, my conversations would sound like this. And that would be boring and annoying. Blast Boy says, good luck, Fox. Thank you. My name's not Fox, though. But thank you. I appreciate it, Blast Boy. And Grant says that he bought Bayonetta and Beats. I don't understand what that means. You bought Bayonetta and beat it. Blast Boy says reference to Star Fox. I'm actually aware of it. I was just making a terrible joke. Okay, so one loose end to tie up. Who should I teach Toxic to? That could be useful in the final fight. How about Umbreon? I don't think Sand Attack is going to help me out here. What do you think, guys? Do you think I should teach Umbreon Sand Attack? I mean Toxic, not Sand Attack. Sand Attack's not a TM. Older. Thank you. I see you've been enjoying the first 2 seasons of the X-Files. Maybe I could teach a track to somebody as well. That could throw a monkey wrench. This is trying to learn a track. Let's see. Nah. And learning a track. Yeah, I don't need that. Blast Boy says, teach Toxic to me, please, because I'm part of a toxic fan base. Well, how about we talk, not talk. How about we have something that we can apply to the game? Grant says, my dad got very excited when he heard you say X-Files and just shut it out. Oh, this is the X-Files guy, right? Oh, so you told your dad that you learned about some things from the X-Files from me? Okay. I'm assuming you said shouted because it almost said like you said something disgusting and naughty, Grant. Okay, I'm gonna teach Umbreon Toxic. Last Boy says Pikachu. I do not have Pikachu in my party right now. I'm gonna teach it to Umbreon. Yeah, just a recap, because this is part 12 of this series, Blast Boy. If you've seen the other parts, my team is Ampharos, Ho-Oh, Snorlax, Umbreon, Feraligatr, and Rhyhorn. Okay. So we'll go here, enter the cave, and first we'll use everybody's favorite HM Flash. Alright, I deleted it. I forgot that I deleted Flash from... Okay. Well, I don't remember... I remember this cave not being too difficult to navigate. So we'll just use the repel and keep going forward. Did I use it? Oh, I used one earlier. Okay. Repel's effect wore off. Okay. Now it's time to use repel. Now I have Sam as my witness. Sam hates Flash so much that he beat Victory Road in gold without it. He abhors it. If I'm making any progress. Nope, that's the wrong way. Grant says, Flash, he'll save every one of us. And to get a Pika-Blue and a Mew 3. Grant, that would be impossible because there's no such thing as Pika-Blue or Mew 3. And for all you those are rumored Pokemon that are big fat stinky hoaxes. They're not real. So you can't find them. And if I have to go there, they're not even programmed into the game, wise guys. So, yeah. Alright, let's see here. Let me try to use my audio cues here. No, I'm just bumping into rock. No, I'm just going down now. Nah, I think I got lost. Okay, let's see. Fair. Pell's effect wore off. I think we got a few of them. I might need to just teach somebody Flash. Thought I'd be able to navigate on my own, but I guess I was wrong. Can Ho-Oh learn Flash? Because this may sound strange. I don't like Recover very much. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. What the hell? It's the end of the game. Nothing matters. Like, whose line is it anyway?
Ho-Oh Flash.
Okay. Blast Boy says, strange, my card of Pokemon that came Fine China calls it, I'm assuming you mean from China, calls it Pokemon Spia, but it's from China and it must be legit, right? Man, pirate games are very disturbing. I'll just leave it at that. Grant says, Big Fat Stinky Hoaxes is going on the AT soundboard. Alright, I get my own radio show. Grant says, did I hear about Harlan Ellison? Yeah, I heard about that a few hours ago, and I was very sad to hear about that. Because, as some of you may know, he's my favorite author. And, it must be a high-level encounter. You know, I just thought a lot of the stuff he wrote was brilliant, and but you know, he was pretty old, so well, I'll just leave it at that. Definitely, if you haven't read any of Harlan Ellison's stuff, this is just such a weird thing to end on. Oops, I ran into a person. If you haven't read any of his stuff, I would highly recommend it. Definitely check out I Have No Mouth, I Must Scream. It's like, what, 16 pages? It's not long. Can't escape. Uh-oh. Better be able to escape. Goddamn bats. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is only, I mean, it's 16 pages. Or read the audiobook, play the video game. Those are good experiences too. Repent, Harlequin said the TikTok man is, I mean, it's a dystopia story, but it's really funny. There's that. Check out one of his short story collections is called Shatterday. I owned that at one point. And yeah, check out any episodes of the 80s Twilight Zone he wrote. You know, alright, so now the final encounter. Bradley says there's no escape. There's no escape from the Golbat. There's no escape from Red. Did I save? Because
Oh, you're that far?
I actually really screwed up my lineup here. It could it? Whatever. Just do it. Whatever. This game isn't that hard. It's time for the final battle. That's where, excuse me, that's what makes it suspenseful. So now Pikachu's gonna try to charm me with its charm. So I gotta put a curse on it.
Why don't I just use Earthquake?
A part of my strategy. Strategy. Didn't pronounce that correctly. It's all part of my strategy. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Stop using charm. It's annoying. Rhyhorn's not gonna fall for that eventually. Now we use Earthquake. Put your bad juju on the... Huh, I thought we'd do more damage. Put your bad juju voodoo on that Pikachu, yo. And every time Rhyhorn does roll out, it gets faster. Full restore. Yeah, joke's on you. I can't even apply a status condition.
What gets faster?
Rhyhorn. Every time it does roll out. Uh-oh, I missed. So that's to make up for the drop in speed from first. I hope this isn't like Generation 1 where the enemy trainers have infinite items. That would be obnoxious. Like in Generation 1, Blaine has infinite super potions, I believe. And he tries to use a super potion. What if a priority in his programming is to use a super potion when his Arcanine's health is full and he gets priority? So sometimes he just uses the super potion for no reason. Like a fool.
Oh, you could just wipe them out with Earthquake.
Yeah, that should finish it. I think this is way back when Earthquake had 100% accuracy, which is insane. Isn't that crazy, Sam? Not Grant. Bradley says that he thinks they fixed CPUs having infinite items in Generation 2. I don't remember seeing shenanigans like that in Gold. Alright. So, it's the Brother of Light and the Brother of Dark. Go, not Bills!
Is that a card?
Huh?
Is that a card in the game or something?
No, Kim, the crazy anime girl named, we worked with her one time. I don't know if you remember that. She named it because Bill gives you the Eevee. And she said, call it not Bill's. Actually, her original proposal was to call it, I think, Dark Magician Girl, but there was no space for it. Bradley says, hate to break it to you, but Earthquake still has 100% accuracy in the new games. Oh, so Earthquake is still the best attack ever? Okay. Nothing's changed. Oh, that's pretty low.
Why do you Shadow Ball?
Not same type attack bonus.
Oh.
Because Light are physical attacks, and Shadow Ball will lower the special defense, but the only special move Umbreon has is Shadow Ball. So it would only it would only be effective for Shadow Ball's sake. Oh damn! Wow. That was definitely a critical. Just like that rapper.
What?
Most Def.
I don't know anything about what he exists.
He was in an episode of House MD where he played a guy who, I think he got in a motorcycle accident and then he couldn't speak or talk. He couldn't speak or anything, but he knew everything around him. He was locked in. That was the name of the episode. He says Shadow Ball was physical in Generation 2, which is why that affected him. Oh, you're right. I forgot that Ghost was physical, which is weird because I can't touch a ghost. Doesn't make any sense. Who typed any of this? I'm firing the typist. That's 2 down. Bill's gained more experience. Bradley, thank you for the clarification. I'm not the Pokemon expert I wish I was. Now for Snorlax. Snorlax is the quarterback of Red's team, which is ironic because it's very flabby. But it packs a wallop, you know. It's like an Abrams tank and a Panzer tank at the same time. Oh, that's it. That's overkill. From my recollection, this is probably the toughest enemy Pokemon you have to face on this game. If your normal means is Snorlax. It just will not go down.
What's a PSN?
Poison. Also stands for PlayStation Network.
Response. Oh.
It raised its special defense with Amnesia. Oh! See that rock hard defense in action. Down. So either I'll knock it out or we'll use rest. I'm not sure which.
I'm gonna use the full restore.
What?
I'm gonna use the full restore.
Save them for later.
No, he's gonna use it.
Better not have another one. Well, Snorlax can wear rest. If Snorlax crits with Body Slam, Rhyhorn's screwed.
Oh, that's it.
Now he's gonna use rest. Or unless he's dumb. Alright, now would be a good time to use full restore. Down goes Snorlax. That was not smart of Red. Okay. Well, what? What else do you call Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard? I've always wondered why they gave Red an Espeon in Generation 2. Ash didn't use that in the cartoon. That's misleading. I got my own solar energy. Well, it's a little bit more sacred. But it's still hot, like the sun. I thought I would do more damage, but Hey guys, the connection cut short. Can you hear us okay? Guys, the stream cut out for a second. Can you guys hear us okay? Go, Vincent, go. Oh, yeah. That's why they call him Van Gogh. That was terrible. I'm sorry. You know, I was watching Family Guy last night, and Brian was dead. He was in heaven, and he was with Vincent Van Gogh. So that's how this all comes back to Cartoon Network, guys. Me and Grant, we have this theory that there's like a 6 degrees of separation with Cartoon Network, and how everything is related to Cartoon Network and comes back to Cartoon Network. Grant says sounds good. My dumb little anecdote. Better sound good. What the hell was that? Hopefully Blastoise will be really stupid and do Rain Dance. Okay, Whirlpool, that's a weak attack.
Wow, this part looks so good.
Yeah. Whirlpool is a dumb attack. It's just not very powerful. That could cause trouble, but I'm not too worried. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Oh, and of course it was a crit. Oh, well. Grant says, I'm disappointed Adult Swim is losing King of the Hill, but maybe it's because a reboot's on the way? Fingers crossed. Are the syndication rights expiring?
There does not need to be a King of the Hill reboot.
Are they expiring? And if so, when? Because that's a mild disappointment to me. King of the Hill is always one of those, it's one of those shows that I really just never mind watching. It's, just nice and, what did I say? It's not like, I mean, I told Sam I was watching Family Guy. Family Guy is one of those shows that I can only really take to a point. And they were playing early season 4, so I can kind of tolerate early season 4. But I think beyond season 4 or season 5, that's when that show becomes really intolerable to me. But King of the Hill, I don't think there was ever really a jump the shark moment for that show. I think it just kind of, you know, just went out at a pretty gradual pace. Grant says it's leaving in early July. Okay. I mean, the truth is those things don't last forever, And King of the Hill was on Adult Swim for what, 10 years? That's pretty crazy. I just here's hoping he gets on another network. I'll tell you what, it sucked when it left Netflix. That was convenient.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other venues King of the Hill is on. Riley says they're replacing with Dragon Ball Super in the lineup, which is cool for having anime back on weeknights, but it's sad because King of the Hill is leaving. See, I'm not sure what to make of that, because I don't have any strong feelings toward Dragon Ball Super. But I mean, I don't think that's a terrible choice to replace it with something. Alright, Frozen. That's what we need it to be. We need it to be Frozen. This might be too risky. Revive. What's your idea?
Just knock him out. Just attack him. See what happens. Just bank on the freezing. If not, yeah. Oh. Yep. Oh, it doesn't do anything.
I wanted to switch to Ampharos, but this is a pretty bad position I'm in. For Alligator's out because it has a resistance to water. Sorry, sometimes I can't read and think at the same time. Grant says, I feel that the show slowly turned into the story of the what the okay. I feel they slowly turned Hank into the Messiah. I guess what you're trying to say. You're trying to say they made him like a Christ-like figure. I guess is what you're trying to say. Bradley says if you combine King of the Hill with Dragon Ball, you'd have the perfect anime. Blastoise is defrosted. Uh-oh. Grant thinks I should switch to Ampharos. I want it to get a little weaker first. Blastman says, can you stream Mario Galaxy or Sonic 3?
Man.
Those are... Man, thank you, Sam. Those are really good suggestions. I was thinking of possibly doing that Sunday around this time. What do you think, Sam? I'm not sure about tonight. Tonight, my plan was to beat Gold. I don't know how long this is going to take at this rate, because this battle can go on forever. And, oh, Jesus, that's not good. Another critical hit. Speaking of Christ, let's go slow Jesus. Yeah, Blast Boy. Those are good ideas. Sonic 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I could possibly do that Sunday, if that's okay with you. Super Mario Galaxy, that's another good suggestion, but I think I want to wait till we move into the new place, because we don't have the Wii excuse me, we don't have the Wii set up at the moment. I'm also not the greatest at that game. Sam's actually better at it than me. Did you beat how much did you beat in it?
I beat the game.
Oh, you got all the stars?
No, that's not beating the game. That's...
You just beat the main story.
Yeah, plus like 25 more stars or something.
Yeah. Bless Boy says Sonic 3 is his favorite video game. It's a good pick. It's a very good one. It's my favorite Sonic game, that's for sure. Sonic 3 and Knuckles together. That is a delicious combo platter. I have no idea what you're talking
You
about.
started to gain experience as you died.
I think that just might be a display error. This is not good.
See? There you go.
Oh, that's I think that's a spray palette error. It's changing color when you get into the red zone. Okay. Doesn't this revive everybody? Yeah, I only get one though. So let's see. Yeah, that's the panic button essentially. Yeah, Blast Boy, if you want on Sunday, when I get off of work, I could do Sonic 3. Does that sound good to you?
I'm gonna be working.
What?
I'll be at work.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do the PlayStation 3 version. Most likely. What are you gonna about? Huh? If I'm playing my cards correctly, that will... If it crits, for alligator's dead.
You did.
If it doesn't, it'll be really low. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I don't even know if the rain's still going. Better get a lot of experience for that. Guys about to use Charizard.
Oh.
This may sound terrible, but I'm gonna use Ho-Oh as a shield when I hit the panic button.
Charizard looks lame.
Its sprite on the title of the game is amazing.
What?
Wait, what? Oh, it's a hold item. Oh, damn. That's not good. Okay. Well. There's that. Okay, that's not very powerful. But that could do some damage. I guess Sacred Ash was a hold item. That sucks. Didn't even use it correctly.
Ka-chow.
Oh man, Cars 3, that's my favorite movie. Is that it? No, of course not it.
Oh yeah, that came out. Was that last year? When did that happen?
I think it came out last year.
It's really sad that Pixar is just forgettable at this point.
I want to see Incredibles too. Don't go there. Don't hit below the belt. I still want to see it.
Did they make the Coco thing?
Yeah, I was told it was pretty good. All right, that's game. There we go. It always comes down to a lizard and a crocodile. Or is it? I don't even know what it is. It always comes down to reptilians. For alligators trying to learn to screech. Really? Come on. This. No. What does it matter? The game is over. The game is over. Screech doesn't matter. I'm gonna screech. And Red's so astonished he has nothing to say, but he was never much of a talker in the first place.
Take the money, send it to the mama.
And we push him off of a cliff, and there's your very dark ending to a children's game. Well, guys, this has been a really fun walk down memory lane. Unfortunately, this is the run. This took 25 hours, was it? I'm actually even more under-leveled than when I tried it. I've been practicing this run on my 3DS for the stream. I think I did okay. I'm not as good as Worcester or any of the Australian record holders of the game, but I think that was still pretty intense. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that or the game. It's just really fun to reflect on this game. What do you think, Sam? You're not giving me much.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't think Brandon is watching the stream, but thank you, Brandon, for repairing my childhood copy of this game so that we could do this live on stream. Just it makes it more authentic when you're playing your actual game. But yeah, beyond that, there's really not much more to say about the game that doesn't involve any kind of trading or anything, and it's just, it would be a little bit complicated to do that in stream. Not impossible, but a little bit complicated. What else could I reflect on? Iwata gets a special thanks. He developed the compression techniques to make the Kanto portion possible. So thank him for that. And this is the last game of the series on the original Game Boy hardware. I mean, unless you count Crystal, which I don't. I'm kidding. And there's more nostalgic tunes. Okay. Somebody's messaging me. But yeah, that's the end of the game. Time to unlock Yoshi. That's impossible. Yeah, you're joking. Well, I was gonna do this for another hour. Should I move on to another Game Boy game?
Cassie?
Actually, Sam wants to take control of my completed file. What are you trying to do?
You'll see.
Alright, Sam has hijacked my game. Now, he ripped the controller out of my hands.
I said, can I have it?
No, you didn't. You were like a, I don't know, what's some kind of bird of prey. You got your talons. You yanked it out of my
I
hands.
said, can I have it? And you kind of like let it out.
That didn't happen at all. You're a deceiver. Okay. So what are you trying to do? You know I'm kidding, right? Take it so personal. Riley says Rapidash is like a unicorn but on fire. Thank you, Bradley. I think that's the point of the Pokemon.
There you go.
Yoshi. Oh, okay.
So where are we?
Mount Silver. Bradley says that he wants Sam to nickname things. Guys, I've lost control of my game.
I just asked if I could.
No, I've completely lost control. Blast Boy says, okay, Blast Man. Thank you. That's so fun. Okay.
Can I move the team into the PC? Or is that gonna like, create a weird glitch or something?
Just make sure you don't turn off the game at the PC. We have to save properly, otherwise the Pokemon could get deleted. That's the only thing. All right, so guys, Sam has stolen the game from me. I guess I can use that time to get a snack or something. But I could moderate the chat or what have you. Remember to while I take my own personal hiatus, check out Bradley's channel. His most recent video, top 10 classic Nintendo characters we'd like to see in Smash, is a video that I've contributed to. It's I think it's very well made, and you should check it out. Here's your advertising. This is him. Is this gonna be like? Are you gonna try to make this like a Pokemon sandbox game? You're causing trouble here.
No, I was just gonna play as their Rapidash. Could you put that on vibrate or something? Pretty low.
Alright. Blast Boy says, I want Waluigi in Smash! Many exclamation points.
Why am I Rhyhorn? I was trying to be Yoshi.
Well, you didn't make Yoshi your party leader. I mean, Rapidash. No Waluigi, no buy. So the purple man's gonna be the deal breaker, huh?
He's in the game. He's assist trophy.
So he's been disconfirmed.
Did I change the color? That was an accident.
You can press X to change it back to the other palette.
Much better.
Actually, if you want to get nuts with the palette sound, because I'm letting you steer the ship now.
No, that was it. That's all I was gonna do.
Guys, do you want us to move on to another Game Boy game? Possibly. Yep, you're walking around in a circle, alright. No Waluigi, no buy. That's gonna be the deal breaker for you. I'm a little astonished. Honestly, I'm mildly disappointed that Lyn from Fire Emblem and Samurai Guro are still assist trophies. Maybe you'll just have to wait till Smash Bros. 6. But I know I say that jokingly, but I've always had a soft spot for Lyn. I'm a big F-Zero fan. Alright, one quadruped versus another.
Dude, what? How did that not kill that thing?
Fire Spin is not a very strong attack. Blast Boy says, play Super Smash Bros. Brawl and fight 3 Meta Knights at once. It's my Smash Bros. Warm-up. That sounds very challenging. Because Meta Knight's pretty broken in Brawl. Actually, that's putting it very politely. He's the best character in the game. What? Sam's gonna be a smirk. Level 9. Oh man, the stage is gonna be a giant tornado. That's it.
No, Ganondorf's too slow. Battle tank. Move.
What's going on?
Said Ganondorf is too slow.
Oh. I thought Sam was saying the game is too slow. And I was gonna be saying, I mean, it runs in 60 FPS last time I checked. I use Kirby, you use Ganondorf.
I think that was a question.
I use Kirby, you use Ganondorf? How do I respond to that? Said, did you want to mess with the color palette, Sam?
Yeah. Probably gonna switch games or something.
Well, we're talking about F-Zero. Did you want to play F-Zero? I have it right here.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, yeah, I mean, I've played F-Zero in stream, but, I mean, it's your turn to play. Should you save the game, Sam? Alright, so you're just gonna stram me at a pier? That's rude. Alright. Let me clean this off a little bit. Don't turn it off just yet, hang on. Alright, don't mess with the PC anymore. Don't mess with it.
Okay, hello.
Did your... The point is to not oversave. Anytime you interact with the PC, the game saves. Whatever.
Blue dirt.
What?
Just blue dirt.
That's what I was asked to call it. No. Okay, guys, refresh in a moment. We're gonna switch to F-Zero. Sam is gonna be in the race car wheel. He's gonna be playing the game. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, hang on. Adjust your set. Press refresh. All right, and Sam's playing. Have you played F-Zero before, Sam? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Uh oh.
I don't know what button was.
What?
I don't know what the button was.
You can do sharper turns with Eleanor. So yeah, F-Zero, this is one of the first video games I ever played.
How do you boost?
You'll get one after each lap, and you press A. And for those just joining us, this is not Pokemon Gold. This is F-Zero. Man, Sam looks even more serious than I do when I play when I play this. You can't see us, so you'll have to take my word for it. Seriously, Sam, you're making it face like it's a life or death race for real. Now it's gonna be the silent treatment. You know it's serious. He's in the lead, but can he maintain it? I'm trying to be like a race commentator. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. Finally get a reaction out of him, juice. Oh, that was close. That was very close. That was too close. So I personally have streamed F-Zero before. This is the Super Famicom version of F-Zero. I have streamed the Wii. I think it was the Wii Virtual Console version before. But I mean, they're essentially the same. Although I like owning the game physically. Oh, don't forget your boost.
Banners!
Wrong game.
Oh, too bad.
There's nothing now.
They left.
Switch. I don't know why I keep saying that. So I have the Japanese cartridge. This is not on the American cartridge. But on the Japanese cartridge, it says written on it in plain English about how the game is the first adventure of their new hero, Captain Falcon. I think it's interesting. Also, the instruction manual has the comic. It's all lettered in English as well. I don't know if Sam has any strong opinions of this game.
I love the Game Boy one.
I know. Yeah, you know this is one of my favorites. I don't know what you thought of this one.
Feels great.
I think this one holds up extraordinarily well. Oh.
No.
No. Is it
Is this the
synchronous?
last lap?
Yes, no. I don't think so.
Feels great.
I think this one holds up extraordinarily well.
Feels great.
I don't think so. Blast Boy said I don't.
Go ahead.
He just said I don't. I don't know what that's in reference to. Last Boy says, I don't know much about F-Zero. Well, this is the first game in the series. That's all okay. This is the first game in the series. There's a few of them. There's not a lot of them. But, they're futuristic racing games. They can get pretty intense.
Oh my gosh. That
was pretty close. Yeah, like right there. This one is pretty basic, but I think, I mean, not to sound too cliche here, it's very elegant in its simplicity. I mean, there's, I think, 15 or 16 tracks and only 4 racers, but this game feels really timeless to me. There was later F-Zero X on Nintendo 64, which was a lot harder. It has more of a death metal theme to it. And it had 30 playable characters, as opposed to this game, which only has 4. Only 4 cars to choose from. And then, Captain Falcon, I think he has a cameos in a few other Super Nintendo games. But he would become the big poster boy with Smash Brothers, obviously. Notable appearances in Smash Brothers. There's F-Zero Maximum Velocity for Game Boy Advance, which was a very early Game Boy Advance title. It's alright. It features an entirely different cast of characters, though. Captain Falcon's used in all the Super Smash Brothers games. Fan favorite, everybody loves him. And then there was F-Zero GX on GameCube, which would play like a much more refined version of X. GX is a really tough game. Make no bones about it. It's probably harder than X, and X was a tough game to begin with. But GX has some of my favorite controls in a racing game. The game's 15 years old. GX still looks very good, and there's cool and crazy tracks. The game is very difficult, though, so be prepared for a challenge for sure. And then there was, after GX, there was GP, was it GP Legend? GP Legend based on the anime series that aired on 4Kids TV for all of 5 minutes before it was canceled, right? Was that it?
I don't know, it was based on the show, and I remember watching the show, so I bought the game.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that was how it was supposed to work. But nobody watched the show. It didn't last very long. So that stunk. But we still have the game, so that's cool. And then after GP Legend, there was F-Zero Climax, which came out not too long after that. Now, Climax was never released in the US. It's a Japan-only one. I've been meaning to import that for a while. As you guys know, I love import games. Not really a priority at the moment, but I'll get to it eventually. I think Climax has a track editor mode. Oh, that reminds me. One piece of F-Zero history I was forgetting. One Japan-only F-Zero game is called F-Zero X Expansion Kit, which was for 64DD, Nintendo 64 disk drive, which had a bunch of tracks that are only on that version of the game. But it was never released outside of Japan, unfortunately. And I guess it's kind of a lost piece of F-Zero history, unless you're a big collector, big F-Zero nerd. So, if any F-Zero fans are watching out there, you gotta upload your F-Zero X expansion kit footage to YouTube so that people play it. But, Climax, I wouldn't say Climax was the climax of the F-Zero series, but it's the last one. and we haven't seen F-Zero since the mid 2000s. Nintendo hasn't been delivering, but we'll see. Maybe they might be waiting for a 30th anniversary milestone. We'll see. I think it'll come back eventually. It'll just take a while. The big hurdle being F-Zero GX didn't sell great. GP Legends sold very badly, which is why Climax was never released in the US. They didn't think there was an audience for it. Of course, the irony is that F-Zero and F-Zero X performed very well in terms of sales, and people seem to like the games. I guess just the other games, couldn't live up to that, but no, I always like the series. As far as Nintendo series go, Metroid's my favorite. Metroid's been consistently good. There's been a few not so good Metroid games, but I think Metroid's been consistently good. And then I think F-Zero was my second favorite. And I'd say F-Zero's been consistently good as well. And I guess a solid third for me would be Mario. Huh. Sam is so into the game, like you have no idea. He's in the F-Zero zone. He's practically on the desert planet. He's so into the game. So I know this game is 28 years old, but we really need a multiplayer. The explanation I've been told is that the reason why there wasn't a multiplayer, that they thought about it, but it would have terribly affected the frame rate. That's why Super Mario Kart is a lot slower than this one. They designed that game around the frame rate drops that happen when you play multiplayer. Oh! That was dramatic. There's nothing now. Blast Boy says, how many frames does this game run at? I believe it's 60. I've never had any issues with slowdown with F-Zero. I don't directly quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it runs at a pretty consistent 60. This isn't like Wild Tracks, which runs at a consistent 15. That's not good. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm pretty sure it's 60. I don't have a scanner built into my eyes, so I'm not sure we're 100% on that. You can't see him, but Sam is just laser focused here. It's quite a sight to see. I'm not sure if he's enjoying the game or if he's on a life or death mission. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I think it goes into one of my favorite quotes from James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. He's made a few videos about F-Zero. He said that the thing about F-Zero, Grant says this sounds like something you read on a fortune cookie, or like a bad street level philosophy. Is that F-Zero is a game that's tranquil but intense. And I agree with that statement. What do you think?
Yeah.
No. And as much as I like some of the other games in the series, I don't think the other ones really were able to recreate that feeling of tranquility and intensity. They're just intense.
The anime game.
The anime game, you think so? GP Legend?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same game.
I still think I prefer this one. But maybe we could stream that at some point. Blast Boy says that he's a huge AVGN fan. Very cool. I've been watching.
Oh my gosh. What? I got first place and then they hit me.
Pretty intense. Yeah, Blast Boy. I've been watching AVGN since 2006.
Did I get first or what?
Those are your lap times. So gotta watch out for that wind that's blowing you to the side. Yeah, AVGN is my favorite web game thing. Let me repeat that. AVGN is my favorite internet-based video game web show. Oh, there we go. That was a little bit more articulate. It's a very nice mix of sophomoric comedy, slightly more sophisticated comedy, and like a B-grade retro analysis. And James Rolfe just seems like a really likable guy. In general, he seems like a guy you'd want to have a beer with. Not for anyone under 21, and it's a lot of fun. I'm not too big on the angry review trend, aside from him. I don't know if he did it first, but he did it the best. But one thing to notice in his earlier videos, he's a lot angrier. He gets really mad, and James, I think as it got more popular, I think James mellowed it down a little bit. Last Boy says he picked up the videos 2 years ago or so. Okay. Yeah, people rediscover and discover his stuff at all kinds of intervals. So he's pretty lucky that he was able to make something that has such legs where, my mom, who doesn't play video games, know who he is. But only in a very vague sense. And that was without me telling her who he was. That's what I find fascinating. That's what you call pop culture osmosis. And James is from Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from. That's cool. Us Pennsylvanians need to stick together. And protect the tasty cakes. Very good, very good. The course is a little tricky. He actually did better there than on Sand Ocean. But at the same time, it's still a big oval. How much of the game do you plan on playing?
I'm gonna try to beat it.
Sam is gonna try to beat F-Zero. You heard it. Oh. Well, Sim, you're almost 1/5 done. I mean, 1/3. What did I say? 1/5? You're almost 33% done. Alright, so for the 3 or 4... for the 3 or 4 people still here, what are some of your favorite racing games? Let's just keep the conversation going. I think, you know... or maybe if not racing games, possibly vehicle driving games as well. Last Boy says, have you played Star Fox before? Absolutely, I've played Star Fox. I have it on Super Nintendo Classic. I don't own it on my Super Famicom. I've been meaning to. I'll probably get it eventually, but I've played the original Star Fox. I own Star Fox 64 on my Nintendo 64. I have Assault, and I have Star Fox Zero. I do not have Command or what's the other one I'm forgetting? I don't have the 3DS one, which is a remake of Star Fox 64. But yeah, Star Fox 64 is my favorite game in the series. Oh yeah, the other one was Star Fox Adventures, which is a lot of people don't like that game. I wouldn't mind giving it another shot, honestly. No, I haven't played that in probably 15 years. What is 12-year-old me's opinion worth? I don't think it's worth much, though. Yeah, I like to reevaluate it. But from what I remember, Star Fox Adventures, the big hurdle for that game was that it was essentially a Zelda clone and not a Star Fox game. Blast Boy says that his favorite racing game is Sonic R. We made a video about Sonic R a few years ago. I don't think it's one of our best ones. I had fun making it, though. Sonic R... That game has great music. I'll give you that much. And it's kind of neat, but it's not very good. There's a lack of speed for a Sonic game. It's kind of a... Actually, I'd say if we want a Sonic racing game, probably try out Sonic Racing Transformed. Is that what it was called? That was pretty neat. Actually, somebody who watched this video said that they were gonna donate us to that, and well, if you know who is watching that, I think you should pay up. But no, I'm kidding. Actually, no, I've said don't send me anything for a while. Even though I do appreciate when people send me stuff.
How do you know the laps? Oh no.
You just have to remember them.
I don't know which one I'm at. Oh.
Oh, careful, this is your last life.
Oh, I didn't know there was lives.
Yeah, you get 3. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lap counter. Oh, there's a flaw. Darn it, Sam. I didn't want this game to be flawless. I mean, I wanted this game to be flawless. As far as design goes. Alright, 3 laps left. There you go. Now's the part where we're just quiet and we really get into the game. Hopefully you guys can hear us alright.
Oh, no.
Oh. That was a grunting noise, alright. Alright, time to show them what you're made of, Sam. Well, I'm pretty sure you still won the circuit, so don't feel too despondent.
Is that the last one?
Yeah. For the first cup.
I just wanted to win a cup. That's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna beat the whole, all three of the circuits. The championships.
Is this the result?
Yeah.
Still unsatisfying.
Why is it unsatisfying?
There's a 1 in the background, like, I don't feel like I won.
Man. Always challenging yourself. Oh, do you want to play any more or move on to something else?
Stop. There's not really doing anything.
Okay. Well, it's, maybe we can move on to Millipede. No, I'm kidding. Alright, well, guys, yeah, it's starting to slow down. This will be it. We'll see you Sunday. I'll be sure to let you guys know when we're streaming again on Sunday. But thanks for joining us. I had a lot of fun. Not too bad. It was a little bit more condensed, but I think it was a little bit more focused. So I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. Alright, I'll see y'all later.
And now we turn